Hello, today we're going to be working on drawing your design. We're going to be taking the information from the last lesson, hydrozones, and applying it and getting our design onto paper. All right, we're going to move to our landscape architect's design, and if you remember, here's our beds that were medium usage, and here's our hydrozone out here throughout the parking structure that was low water usage. Okay, so right here we have our point of connection, and the information that we get off of our design is that we have 7 gallons per minute and 40 psi. So we're going to start here. They have already given us a shut-off valve. We always want a shut-off valve in front of our manifolds. We're going to be central locating our manifold right here. Here's some symbols for some automatic valves. One for our medium system and one for our low water usage system. I always like to include in my drawing, I'm going to show my filter and pressure reducer in my design. We've also know that we have 110 volts over here, so here is our timer. And I'm going to show, so everyone knows, we need our 110 volts. Now, we've got a lot of hardscape to deal with in our design, so one of the things we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we have sleeves drawn in our design, because what we're going to be passing through our laterals through these sleeves to go hit our different landscape beds. Now, our particular design is using 3/4 inch PVC, and so what I'll probably recommend, and I'll show in our drawing, that we're going to be using 2-inch PV sleeves to pass this through. If we were going to work on a larger design, I would probably, with multiple laterals, I'll probably using 3 or 4-inch PVC for our sleeves to get around all of our hardscape. All right, so now we're going to go back to our drawing, and we're going to draw in our PVC laterals, first for our low water usage zone, and we're going to come off of here, and we're going to come across here with our PVC. Now we're going to work our way across from here, and we're going to pick up these outlying beds off of our PVC. So in our low water usage hydrozone, we've come off this valve. Here's our filter. With PVC, we've hit all the beds. Now let's work on our medium hydrozone. We're going to bring our PVC around here. Once again through a sleeve, through our hardscape. And we're going to bring this one around. This is our medium hydrozone. And so we're going to be consuming a lot of water out here in this hedge. So I'm going to bring the PVC around all the way to here and split off with our drip tubing. So let's show that right now. We're coming around into this bed. I usually jump in. Now here's my drip tubing. Out here, we're in the middle of this bed here, so I'm going to bring my PVC there. There's my mainline tubing for the first hydrozone. Here's our second hydrozone, and now what I'm going to show is all this drip tubing for the second hydrozone. They're going to have lots of sleeves in there, and I'm going to also split one of the larger systems in half and bring the PVC all the way around to the halfway point, because we want good hydrodynamics. We want continuous flow, even pressure, and equal volume on these lines. So we move back now. We're going to start out here. Here's my 700 tubing. Don't need a lot. We want to make sure that we show in our design for our contractor or for ourselves to make sure Now, for instance, this one right here, this is a larger zone, so I'm going to bring my PVC all the way around and split this particular bed in half. So I've got my drip tubing coming around. We'll notice that none of our plants are very far away. Our 1/4-inch tubing, we don't ever want to get it to more than 3 or 4 feet away from this mainline tubing. And then here we'll pick this up for this half of the bed. So what we've got on paper so far is our point of connection, our timer, our automatic valves, our filters and pressure reducers. We show our PVC mainline laterals going out to our different beds, and from there we show our tubing coming off for our drip system everywhere. We've made sure that we've kept everything split medium and low hydrozone. Let's talk a little bit about the timer. We need 110 volts. This is a residential design. We'll probably just use a pigtail, plug it into an outlet. This particular design is a commercial. We'll probably have to put this in conduit, our 110, and our signal wire going out to our valves. Small wire, residential, we typically just run it directly to the valves. Commercial, we'll probably put that in a little bit of conduit. All right, so now that we've got our design on paper, we can start thinking about doing a parts takeoff. We want to make sure that we've got all of our beds included. We want to make sure we've got all of our major components in, and we have to be thinking about, if this is residential, commercial, any codes that we might have to deal with for the electrical and the signal wire, or any backflow preventers. And our next lesson will be moving on to actually doing a parts takeoff, so we can start building our budget. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner, we need to know how much all this part is going to be so we can set our budget. Talk to you next lesson.